Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar, where today the Hawkeyes take on the Indiana Hoosiers. Again, welcome. I'm John Evans. As we get ready to get going, Hawkeyes in the gold, finishing their warm-ups. We'll have a little different timing today. We've got a Parents' Day recognition today, so we'll have that going on. While that's going on, while the national anthem and the team introductions are going on, I'll kick you to the quick interview I was able to get with Coach Barnes before the match. So we'll hopefully have that for you, and we'll get you going here today. Rematch from 10 days ago or so. Indiana and the Hawkeyes met on September 28th over in Bloomington. And Indiana just completely had the better of the Hawkeyes, winning in straight sets 16-10 and 20, as the Hawkeyes couldn't get any offense going. Indiana served. You'll hear a lot of season highs as I go through the day, but season high 11 aces against the Hawkeyes. Did pair it up with just 6 service errors, as they were outstanding and really spread it around to a number of players. Paula Sarame, the libero, she had 4, also had 4 errors, but Maddie Saris with a couple, Savannah Colheed with a couple, and Emily Fitzner had a couple aces. So again, kind of spread it throughout the lineup, and Indiana was on top of their game and got Iowa out of rhythm and out of their offense. And the Hawks will look to try to rebound. Get a nice Saturday afternoon crowd here in Extreme Arena. Parents lined up on the left baseline, looking for their pre-match recognition. Hawkeyes bounced back from the tough loss, certainly the worst match of the Big Ten season. Traveled up to Minneapolis, where lost in 4 sets to the number 7th ranked Golden Gophers, and then went to West Lafayette on Wednesday night. Took on the top 5 Purdue squad, but fell in 5 sets as the Hawks pushed Purdue to the limit, but couldn't quite get over the hump. And I think that's what his Coach Barnes and I were texting after the match. You don't isn't particularly about moral victories and those types of things, but you want to try to find a way to get that win that you actually get to put on the board and count as a W, because pushing the teams are great, but you want to get the reward, the team showing growth every match out, and they'll look to continue that trend here today. 6-10 on the season, 0-5 in the Big Ten. Indiana comes in 2-3 in the Big Ten, 9-8 overall. Battling the injury bug, as Morgan Geddes, who led the Hoosiers with 12 kills in that match 10 days ago, I don't think is playing today, as she ended up getting hurt in the Ohio State match, and so that put her out for I guess they've got her listed as indefinitely, so we'll see what that means, but don't believe she's in uniform today, so that'll keep her sidelined. The Hoosiers will lean on Maddie Saris a little bit more, as they've tried to. They run her a little bit of everywhere. She'll be inside, she'll be middle, she'll be both pins, and she gets going. We'll go ahead and sneak to the Coach Barnes interview. Coach Barnes, kind enough to talk to me before the match, and here that is. Here with Coach Jim Barnes. Coach, welcome home, back in Extreme Arena. Face a team that you saw just 10 days, 2 weeks ago or so.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a couple 2 weeks. We've been playing every every other day it seems, and we're getting better and better. And first time around Indiana was probably our worst match. And probably their best match of the season. So we're ready for them this time. I know the girls are super excited to play them again and to show them how we can play.
Before we jump to the other matches, kind of sticking with that one, is there anything different in serve receive? I know Indiana served really well the first match, caught some breaks off the tape too that you can't really control, but anything you'll do differently on the serve receive?
Well, hopefully we'll pass better and they won't have a career day serving. They were serving out of their minds. And I had other Big Ten coaches tell me, wow, if they serve like that, they're going to beat all of us. It was just one of those days where they really served extremely well and we didn't respond well. So we've been working hard at it in practice because they do a lot of jump tops, so they're going for it. A lot of risk reward. They'll make a lot of errors, and they just didn't that day. They were just getting all their reward in. So we need to be ready for that. We are, and then we need to run it up the middle and really take it to them.
Good bounce back then. You went up to Minnesota, stole a set from Minnesota. Competitive match, even though you lost in 4, and then Wednesday night you took on the 5th-ranked team in the country and you pushed them as far as they've been pushed almost all year again.
Right. Yeah, we've been improving every day. You don't see the W yet, but we're playing all these ranked teams, in the Big Ten, and we're playing them tough. And Purdue, we had our chance to win it. We had several chances to win it. Was up in all 4 sets, and so we're learning from that. And the team's resolve, I'm seeing that, and so I'm proud of them because they're fighting. We talk about pounding that rock over and over, and we're ready to break through. And I want today to be that day.
I saw the team again. They look really loose. Look like they're ready to have some fun. They were practicing pancakes, all those things. You talked about running middles. What will be kind of the game plan today to attack Indiana? You didn't get into a whole lot of offense a couple weeks ago
because they serve so well. So we got to just execute. We don't have to be tricky. We don't have to be even place. Try to think we have to do something special. We just got to execute. If we pass well, they're going to one-on-one against our middle. Their blocking scheme is just to leave it one-on-one. So we need to take advantage of that weakness and pass well enough so we can run that middle. And if both our middles are hitting at a high clip, I don't see them staying with us, and that'll be the key for us.
What you're serving, man, Maya Jones has tied a career high in the last couple weeks twice. The 7 aces. Mari Hinkle served well. I mean, anything special, different? Are you serving the good zones? How's that working out so far?
Sometimes tough serving inspires the others because they're seeing her put some velocity on the ball and getting results. So now Lily's serving a little harder. Mari's serving a little harder. So they're seeing that and making each other better. And so we're learning. Again, our errors were low, and that's what we've been working really hard on, keeping our errors low. And they're learning where that line is. How hard can I serve it without serving it out? And that's the key to serving.
Is there, most of yours are they a lot of floats, and although Amaya does a good change of pace, she'll drop one in front and then all of a sudden she'll get one right into somebody's chest and they creep up.
Right, and none of those are on purpose. Hey, AJ, she's just trying to serve that ball flat and hard, and sometimes they drop, sometimes they hit the back line, and that's what makes it so hard to pass. But yeah, we're trying to put velocity and hit those deep corners, and we're trying to serve to take their setter out. She's a really active setter. Hits onto a ton and is really effective. So we got a couple of strategies to limit that because she really hurt us. It hurts every team with her attack, but I think we have some things that are going to help slow her down.
Anything different today with, I think it's Parents' Day, going to do some fun stuff today?
Yes, we got Parents' Day just to honor them. None of us would be here without them. So we've got a lot of the girls' parents here so we can just put them on the in line and introduce them with their parents.
Sounds good. I'm going to let you go. I know we got it started a little late, so I appreciate it. Good luck today, Coach.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Coach Jim Barnes taking some time for the interview. Going through the player and parent introductions here now as the Iowa team's getting introduced. Actually a good, this might have been the right thing to do the first week of the season with all the new faces this year, but Hawkeyes going through their lineup here. Don't think we've had any introductions yet from the Indiana side, so we'll be probably a little delayed from our usual start time. What a good group here. Always fun. You see a lot of the parents at different matches. Nice to see kind of who goes with who and kind of make all the connections as they float along. Iowa with some new homegrown Iowa players as well. So a couple a little bit closer, and then some a little bit further. It's Michelle Urquhart there from Virginia. Maddie Warman, who just threw a fastball into the crowd from Texas. Adina Smith there from Germany. And then Addie Vanderwide from Michigan. So guess we're going to call that the Quick Star starting lineups. The starting lineups brought to you by Quick Star. As the Hawkeyes announced the whole crew today. Again, teams met September 28th. Indiana rolled to a .308 hitting percentage, held the Hawkeyes to .078. And again, a lot of that was just how aggressively Indiana served, kept Iowa out of system. Iowa couldn't get on track offensively and really paid the price. And we'll see now how the Hawkeyes respond today. Sydney Dennis getting a start, Lily Tessier, Amaya Jones, Delaney McSweeney, Toyosi Anabanjo, Michelle Urquhart out there. Mari Hinkle will be your libero again. Checking the Indiana side, we've got Ashley Zuloff, Gray Gosnell, Savannah Colheed, Candela Alonso Corcelis, Maddie Saris, and Cameron Hayworth. Very aggressive all-around setter. And the libero, Paula Sarame. Indiana will serve to start the match. Send Saris to the back row. Again, she's always been a go, do everything for Indiana. She's called on even more so now. And she gets us started. Serves it all just long. Didn't miss by much, just over the end line. Mari Hinkle heads back to serve. Mari pops it forward. Good drop serve there. Goes outside and big swing. Blocked off Anabanjo out of bounds. Give that kill to Gosnell. Flat-footed serve. Jones takes it. Tessier outside of Urquhart. Gets the kill. Zuloff on the serve. Jones took it. Good pass. Tessier pushes it outside and gets the kill. Issa Lopez checks in for the Hoosiers. Anabanjo comes over here to the one spot and she'll serve from here. Toy tosses it up, goes cross, taken by Saris. It's tight, dug by Anabanjo. Urquhart chases it down. Jones tips it and catches the top of the tape with her left hand. Tied at 2 here in the early going. Sarame and her 4 aces will serve for the Hoosiers. Big toss. Top spin attack here. White jersey tosses it up high, goes and chases it, flips it over. Dennis, great pass. Ortega misconnected with Jones, pushes it outside. Big swing, sails it long. No touch called. Indiana's trying to sell it, but nobody's buying. Hitting error from Alonzo Corsellis. Indiana tried that over and over in Bloomington, and it worked. Ton of touch calls on the Hawkeyes on balls that sailed way long. Urquhart now to serve. Good drop serve there. Ball's off the net. Double contact, not called. Vanderwide gets it. Ortega pushes it behind her to Black. Sharp cross goes out of bounds. Tied at 3. Colheed now back to serve for the Hoosiers. Good flat serve again. Urquhart, good pass. Ortega pushes it all the way outside to Vanderwide. Dug up. Hayworth pushes it right side. Big swing from Saris. Catches the back line as the Hawks let that one go. Saris first kill. 4-3. Colheed served 19 times in Bloomington. Ortega behind her to Black. High off the block. Chase down. Tipped over. Black gets it up in the air. Ortega behind her to Urquhart, who has to just platform it over. Hawks weren't ready. Hayworth, Saris, scores. 5-3, Indiana on top. Colheed again. Goes at Urquhart. Good pass to Ortega. To Jones. That finds the floor. Maya Jones first kill. Hawks trail 5-4. Jones back to the service line. Good serve right down the line. Sarame, Hayworth, blasts it long, no touch. Hayworth had 6 kills in the match in Bloomington. Really did a lot of damage early, but then hit a couple balls Hawks were able to dig up. Sarame again. Hayworth outside, off Saris. Hawks are in the net though. Not sure who that was. Called that on Black in the net. 6-5 Indiana on top. Hayworth now to the back row, she'll serve. Hayworth, the lefty. Big high toss. Goes aggressively after it. Fires. Vanderwide, good pass. Ortega to McSweeney. Kill in the middle. Again, that's the offense the Hawks want to run. Need to make that good first pass. Strong serve from Hayworth, but a good pass. Gets McSweeney her first kill and sends Tessier back to the service line for the Hawks. Lilly floats it forward. Good pass. Hayworth behind her now. Good kill there from Zuloff. Tessier deflected it past Urquhart. Alonzo Corsellis back to serve. Good strong serve. Urquhart, Tessier, McSweeney has to tip. Diving play by Sarame, pushed outside. Big swing off the block. Urquhart knocks it away from Hinkle. Give that kill to Gosnell. 8-6. See if the Hawks can take advantage of the right side. Gosnell a little smaller. Hinkle, good pass to Tessier. McSweeney straight to the floor. Kill number 2 for Dill. 8-7 Hoosiers on top. Dennis in for Vanderwide. Sid will serve. Good serve. Saris takes it. Back to Saris on the right side. Big swing. Dennis can't handle it. 4 quick kills for Saris on 4 swings. 9-7. Saris back to serve now. Takes a deep breath, trots forward and fires. Urquhart off the net. Tessier, right side on a banjo, through the block and scores. Again, that's kind of the one you're going to want there. Like Toyosi's chances against Gosnell. Hinkle floats it. Sarame, good pass. Slide coming. Dug up. Hawks get the point on the Urquhart dunk. Hinkle passed it right on top of the net. Urquhart went up, used 2 hands, dunked it. Colheed was there, but put it right to the floor. We're tied at 9. Hinkle again, good flat serve off the top of the tape. Hayworth pushed it outside. Gosnell tips. Urquhart takes it. Tessier finds her way through to Anabanjo. Off Sarame, scores. Hawks have the lead, 10-9. Hinkle to serve again. Sails that one long. Tied at 10. Fitzner going to check in for Zuloff. She'll serve. Indiana actually have 2 setters on the floor here, although they'll probably stay with Hayworth as the main setter, but Fitzner can certainly do it. Urquhart, good pass to Tessier. Behind her to Jones. Off the tape. Punched over. Dennis. Tessier. Jones again. Goes off Fitzner's shoulder that time. Couldn't handle it. Fitzner made a heck of a dig the first time. Fitzner checks right back out. In comes Lopez. Hawks on top, 11-10. On a banjo to serve. Indiana having to work with lineups a little bit here. Anabanjo, good flat serve. Lopez, good pass. Right side slide. Dug by Anabanjo. Tessier tips it over. Hayworth blasts it long, gets the touch. Tied at 11. Anabanjo out, Ortega in. Tessier out, Black in for the Hawks. Sarame to serve. Again, good platform, no lunging if you're a Hawkeye. Trouble here at the scorer's table, getting everything organized. Steps in, we're ready to go. Sarame, the libero. San Juan, Puerto Rico, big high toss. Foot fault. Kind of wondered. She throws that ball up high. Comes flying forward. And it just seemed like the serve or the toss got in front of her. Not sure what Coach Aird is discussing. Either way, Vanderweide comes back into the front row. Dennis goes out. Urquhart now to serve. Hawks on top, 12-11 here in the first. Mickey pounds it right down the line. Sarame, good pass. Slide, blocked back on the Indiana side. Hayworth blocked. Amaya Jones saw that one coming. Put it right back on Hayworth's head. 13-11, Hawks lead by 2. The match in Bloomington, Hayworth, she doesn't disguise it particularly well, but the Hawks didn't jump with her. Jones jumped right with her that time, sent it right back at her. Urquhart dumps it into the 2 spot. Blocked by Jones, but out of bounds this time. Give the kill to, that was Alonzo Corsellis. Hawks still lead by 1, 13-12. Colheed back to serve. Colheed spins it, fires it. Urquhart, Ortega, Jones. Fires it off Lopez. Kill number 4 for Amaya. It's 14-12. McSweeney back in. Jones to the service line. Hinkle grabs a quick drink. Jones fires it right down the line. Sarame, good pass. Outside, Black. Sharp cross there from Saris. 14-13. Saris, 5 kills on 5 swings. Seems good. Hayworth back to serve now. Hawks up by 1, 14-13. Big toss from Hayworth, the lefty, fires it. Buckled Hinkle's knees, ace serve, 14-all. Goes at Hinkle again, much better pass. Ortega, McSweeney off the block, diving play by Sarame. McSweeney goes up on the overpass and doesn't make a mistake that time. The two-hand dunk down gives the Hawks the lead, 15-14. Tessier and Anabanjo back in. Tessier to serve. Ball's tight. Hayworth one hand, rolls it over. Urquhart. Tessier has to platform it. Vanderwide. Good sharp cross. Ball's tight again. Big swing coming. Dug by Urquhart, but that's going to go into the bench. Good hustle by Anabanjo. Saris with the kill. Hawks did dig her once there on the tip. But 6 kills here so far in the 15 Indiana points. We're tied at 15. Alonzo Corsellis fires it at Hinkle. Tessier behind her to Vanderwide, through the block and scores. Vanderwide knocks it off of, again, that's the smaller block. That's Gosnell on that side. 16-15, Hawks on top. Vanderwide goes out, Dennis goes in to serve. Dennis, good shot down the line. Way off the net, Hayworth. Saris rolls it over. Dug up. Hinkle platforms it behind her. Anabanjo has to roll it over. Saris. Hayworth platforms it. Gosnell tips off the block. McSweeney. Anabanjo tips it over. Hayworth behind her to Saris. Big swing. Scores. Boy, Hawks are going to have to find an answer there. 16-all. The answer seems to be sending Saris to the back row, but she'll now serve. Saris comes forward, fires it, long. Second service error for Saris. She started the game with 1, follows up with another. Hawks lead by 1, 17-16. Hinkle now gets the serve. Hustles over here to the 1 spot. Fires it cross court. Saris takes it, it's off the net. Behind her, big swing, dug up by Dennis. Hinkle gives the ball outside to Urquhart. Big swing, blocked, catches the line and scores. Colheed and Zuloff with the block, tied at 17. Zuloff back to serve. Goes at Urquhart. Tessier behind her to Anabanjo. Has to tip, block back at her. Anabanjo, Jones, block. Jones. Hawks get that ball up in the air. Urquhart just tips it over, uses the setter. Sarame rolls it over. Tessier, Hinkle, Anabanjo with a swing. Through the block and scores. Good hustle play there by the Hawks. Nothing pretty about that, but they lead 18-17. Anabanjo now to serve. 18-17, Hawks lead here in the first. Again, Toy here in the 1 spot. Smacks it down to the ground a couple times. Floats it, sharp cross, good pass. Hayworth has to tip. Tessier takes it. Urquhart Dug by Sarame. Hayworth behind her, right side, tipped again. Anabanjo gets it. Tessier outside to Urquhart. Off the block, Hinkle covers. Tessier, Jones uses two hands. That ball's coming over. Anabanjo uses hands. Tessier dunks it, scores! Lily doesn't do that very often. Of course, she's only in the front row for one rotation. Timeout, Coach Steve Aird. Hawkeyes lead 19-17 here in the first. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena. I'm John Evans. Hawkeyes lead set one over the Indiana Hoosiers, 19-17. 4 kills from Amaya Jones, 3 from Delaney McSweeney. Coach Barnes talked in the pregame about working the middles, 7 kills on just 1 air. But Maddie Saris leads everybody, 7 kills on just 9 swings, as the Hawks have had no answer. And really not a ton of mystery. The ball's going to go to Saris and Colheed, as they have 17 of the 26 swings. Hawkeyes hitting 385, Indiana hitting 346. As it's been a battle of offenses so far, a lot of side-out volleyball. Anabanjo to serve. Hawks lead 19-17. Toy from the one spot again. Serves cross. Sarame off the net. Hayworth, big swing. Sails it long. Hawks are in the net. As that was Tessier in the net. 19-18. Ortega and Black check back in for the Hawks. Sarame to serve. Big one coming here. The big jump serve. This time she floats it. Good pass from Hinkle. Ortega. Jones. Dug by Lopez. Good play there. Hayworth puts it behind her. Roll shots over. Hawks aren't ready. Give Saris a kill from the back row. She's got 8. We're tied at 19. You could hear the bench yell out roll. Unfortunately, the 6 people on the floor weren't ready for it. Floats it over. Urquhart, good pass. Ortega, Jones. No touch called. Indiana retakes the lead 20-19. Coach Barnes will call timeout. 3 in a row from the Hoosiers. We'll take a break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena. Iowa Volleyball is brought to you by University of Iowa Sports Medicine, offering sports injury prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation to athletes of all ages and skill levels. University of Iowa Sports Medicine, team physician of your Iowa Hawks. 3 straight ripped off from the Hoosiers. They now lead 20-19. As Maddie Saris has been a force. 8 kills on just 10 swings here in the first set. Indiana hitting 393. In large part, Saris hitting 800. Sarame to serve. She's got 5 digs so far in the match. Floats this one over. Urquhart, good pass to Ortega, one hands it. Dug up. Hayworth again tries to take it over on 2 and hits it wide. Dennis heads to the bench. Vanderwide comes in. We'll now race to 5, tied at 20. Urquhart to serve. This is where the Hawks have had trouble closing out some of these sets. They get themselves there, but can't quite seal the deal. Urquhart, bad pass from Saris. Lopez gives it to Saris. Actually, gives it to Alonzo Corsellis. Ball comes over her shoulder. She rolls it over, and the Hawkeye defense caught flat-footed, 21-20. Colheed back to serve. Sails it long. Hawks catch a break, tied at 21. McSweeney comes in. Jones will serve. Tied at 21 here in the first set. Jones, good flat serve. Hayworth pushes it behind her. Tipped over. Black gets it up in the air. Ortega outside to Vanderwide. Through the block, scores. Hawks lead 22-21. Vanderwide's second kill of the day. Jones. Ball's tight. Hayworth outside. That's Saris. Give her the kill, tied at 22. Hayworth back to serve. See if they pull her jump serve back here as well. The lefty pats the ground. Nope, big serve coming from her. Foot faults again, serves it long anyway. 23-22, Hawks lead. Coach Aird will use his second timeout. 23-22, Hawks lead here in the first. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. (23-22), Hawks lead here in set one. Catastrophe averted as my man Dane, the replay official, got the all the equipment working. Toyosi, when she came into the table earlier, kind of knocked some things loose, but we're back. Sounds like they had all the replay stuff, just didn't have all the equipment working, but now have it all working. Audrey Black now will stay in. She'll serve. As she's in the back row, Bailey stays in the front row. 23-22. Black to serve. Good flat serve there. It's a beauty. Sarame platforms it all the way to Saris, who rolls it over. Urquhart takes it. Ortega outside. Vanderwide. She gets the kill, and the Hawks have set point. 24-22. Black again to try to close it out for the Hawks. Just long. He really wanted to call it in, but then raised his hand above his head. 24-23. Alonzo Corsellis to serve. Saris is still in the front row, so the Hawks need to side out. Good flat serve. Instead, it's an ace. Tied at 24. Timeout, Hawkeyes. 24 all. We'll take the timeout. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. Indiana's second ace serve of the set. This time by Candela Alonso Corcelis. Ties it at 24 as the Hoosiers fought off 2 straight set points. Maddie Saris, 9 kills on 12 swings. Amaya Jones leads the Hawks with 4 kills on 11 swings. Delaney McSweeney and Addie Vanderweide 3 apiece. Gray Gosnells with 3 for the Hoosiers. 364 hitting for the Hoosiers, 355 for the Hawkeyes. 13 digs for the Hoosiers, 12 for the Hawks. A block for Indiana, none for the Hawks. Evenly matched set here. Seems right that we're tied at 24. Alonso Corcelis to serve. Low bounces. And she hits just a poor serve there into the middle of the net. And the Hawks will have a third chance to close it out, this time from Addie Vanderweide. Vanderweide comes over to the 1 spot. Floats it forward. She goes deep cross. Sarame, it's off the net. Hayward chases it down, right side behind her. Off the block and scores. Who else? Saris. Saris will go out. Armstrong comes in to serve. Boy, Armstrong better be great at serving, because I don't think Saris ever leaves the court for me. Gosnell back into the front row. Floats it over. Urquhart. McSweeney's blocked in the middle as Ortega tried to force it to McSweeney. And Indiana has their first chance to close out the set. They lead 26-25. Armstrong again. What will she do this time? Floats it over again. Hawks create traffic. Ortega, Urquhart. Dug by Sarame. Hayworth outside. Gosnell has to double clutch. And the Hawks can't get there. (27-25). Indiana takes the set. We'll take a break. Indiana on top, 1-0. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. I'm John Evans. Indiana takes set 1, scores the last 3 points, fought off 3 set points, wins the set 27-25. more competitive if you're a Hawk fan than the trip to Bloomington was, but the Hawks are going to have to do more if they're going to come out with a victory. Indiana hit 410 kills from Maddie Saris there in the first set. Hawkeyes hit 303, so defense wasn't the problem. Or I'm sorry, offense wasn't the problem. Defense was the problem, as the Hawkeyes couldn't take advantage of 6 service errors from the Hoosiers. Amaya Jones with 4 kills, Delaney McSweeney with 3, Addie Vanderweide with 3. 3 digs from Lily Tessier, 3 from Mickey Urquhart. Bailey Ortega 5 assists, Lily Tessier with 4. Actually, Mari Hinkle with 3 as well. 13 assists from Cameron Hayworth. And 5 digs from Paula Sarame. The Hawks will have to find a way here. Sydney Dennis will be back to serve for the Hawks. Over near the Hawkeye bench, she's in the 5 spot. Takes some low bounces, fires it right down the line. Saris, Hayworth, one hands it back. Dennis gets the dig. Tessier, middle to McSweeney. Sarame platforms it up, or pancakes it up. Saris. Hawks have some traffic. Hinkle platforms it to Urquhart, and that's blocked. Hawks were in trouble the whole way there. Saris back to serve. Indiana on top here in set 2. Saris, deep breath. She's over in that 5 spot. Runs forward. Floats it at Urquhart. Tessier behind her, Dinah Banjo. Fires that ball off. Alonzo Corsellis tied at 1. Toyosi's second kill. Hinkle to serve now. She goes right down to the 1 spot at Saris. Slide from Colheed. Misses wide, no touch. 2-1. Especially with Hayworth in the front row, they like to run that slide to Colheed. Hinkle sails that one long. Tied at 2. A couple service errors for Mari today. Zuloff back to serve. Floats that over. Urquhart, good pass. Tessier, Jones. Sarame can't make the dig. Amaya's got 5. Hawks lead 3-2. Lopez checks in to play the back row for Zuloff. Anna Banjo back to serve. Toyosi over in the 1 spot. Tapes it over. Hayworth, good hands. Sarame behind her. That ball sailed long from Gosnell. 4-2. Hawks take advantage of the lucky break off the tape. The match in Bloomington, Indiana had 4 or 5 of those. Hawks weren't able to really make any luck out of any of them. Hawks get one of their own here today. Bad pass from Saris. Sarame behind her to Gosnell again. Off the block, dug by Hinkle on the Indiana side. Hayworth takes it. Sarame back to Hayworth. Dug by Anna Banjo. Tessier outside to Urquhart. Dug by Sarame. Anna Banjo gets the dig. Dennis chases it down. Tessier will platform it over. Lopez doesn't move her feet. Hayworth pushed it outside. Gosnell's blocked. Hayworth gets the cover. Sarame to Saris in the back row. Blocked back on. Hayworth. Gosnell tips. Urquhart takes it on the run through. Tessier. Anna Banjo hits Saris in the face in the back row. 5-2 Hawks lead. I think Maddie wanted out of the way of that, but couldn't quite get out of the way. Anna Banjo's got 3 now. Hawks lead 5-2. Might be the biggest lead for either team. Lopez plays it. Urquhart goes up. Lopez plays it again. Give Urquhart the kill. Lopez makes 2 mistakes there. Played the ball that was probably out and then just fisted it back into the middle of the floor. On a banjo again, over in that one spot. Same spot. Sarah steps in. Hayworth outside. Gosnell off the block. Hinkle can't quite get there with the one hand though. 4-0 run stops. Gosnell's 5th kill. 6-3 now, Hawks lead. Indiana running their liberos in for their rights, actually running them for their outsides. Sarame, good serve to Urquhart. Ortega, Jones, dug by Lopez, back to the Hawkeye side. Hinkle, Ortega, Jones again. Sarame can't get that one. 7-3. Jones has got 6. Dennis goes out, Vanderwide comes in. Urquhart back to the service line for the Hawkeyes. Mickey spins it and comes forward. Good flat serve, catches the tape and ricochets out of bounds though. Five service errors for the Hawks, 7-4, they still lead. Colheed now to serve. Good flat serve there. Urquhart, Ortega outside, Vanderwide off the double block. Hayworth behind her to Saris, has to roll it. Dug up by Hinkle, Ortega, Vanderwide off the block and scores. Tools it right off the block. Vanderwide's got 4 and the Hawks lead 8-4. AJ to serve for the Hawks. Good drop serve there. Bad pass. Good sharp cross there, though. That was Alonzo Corsellis. She's got a couple kills now, 8-5. Hayworth back to serve. Big left-hander here. She'll toss it and chase it. Well behind the line that time, sailed it well over the in line. 7 service errors for Indiana through a set and 9 points after having 6 when Iowa went to Bloomington. Tessier to serve. Hawks by 4 here in the second set. Indiana took the first. Good pass there. Hayworth behind her. Sails it long. Didn't see who called the touch, but 9-6. Alonzo Corsellis to serve. Urquhart, good pass. Tessier behind her to Vanderwide, has to tip. Nah, that's a beauty. Addie has a ton of different shots there. Uses the tool well. Uses the tip well. She's got 5 kills now today. 10-6, Hawks on top. Dennis comes in for her. Siddle serve. Good serve right down the line. Saris. Sarame gives it back to Saris. Dug by Tessier. Hinkle chases it down. Good platform. Urquhart catches the line and scores. (11-6), Hawks on top. Coach Aird just slowing the game down a little bit. Didn't want to use a timeout quite yet, but just pacing it up here. Dennis, good serve to the 2 spot. Saris has to take it. Hayworth, middle. Dug up by Hinkle. Tessier chases it down. On a banjo. Tips. Bad pass there. Alonzo Corsellis had the ball. Ball goes into the net. 12-6, Hawks lead. Coach Aird will call timeout this time when he stands up. 12-6, Hawks lead. Indiana, though, leads 1-0. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. Countdown clock was a little broken there coming out of the timeout, so we got a late start on it. Hawks lead set 2, 12-6. Indiana still leads the match 1-0 after coming from behind to win the first set, 27-25. Maddie Saris leads everybody, 11 kills on 17 swings. Gray Gosnell also with 5 for the Hoosiers, hitting .333. Hawks holding Indiana to 0-71 here in the second set. Amaya Jones leads the Hawks with 6 kills. Addie Vanderwhite's got 5. Toyosiana Banjo's got 4. Delaney McSweeney and Michelle Urquhart with 3 apiece. Hawks hitting .571 here in set 2, hitting .383 on the match. As the Hawks will look to keep putting pressure on, try to even this match. Dennis to serve. Sid floats it over. Sarame takes it, bad pass. Hayworth pushed it outside, rolled over. Urquhart takes it. Tessier behind her, Anna Banjo. Block. That's a beauty there. I didn't think Gosnell had it in her, but she blocked Anna Banjo one-on-one. Saris will go out. Armstrong will check in right away to serve this time. She had an ace at the end of the set there to bring Indiana back. Coach Aird goes right back to her. Dennis, bad pass. McSweeney platforms it. Anna Banjo gets a tip. Hayworth outside, tip. Tessier takes it. Hinkle, a lot of traffic. Anna Banjo gets a swing, and she finds the floor. Big swing from Toy there. She's got 5 now. Armstrong's going to stay in for Saris. It'll be interesting now, where will Indiana find offense? Hinkle floats it over. Sarame back behind. Big swing. Dennis. Tessier platforms it. Urquhart tips. That's Armstrong. Hayworth. Gosnell's blocked. Hawks first block. Anna Banjo and Jones get the better of Gosnell, and the Hawks are up by a touchdown, 14-7. Hinkle again. Floats it long. My golfer listeners might appreciate, I think Mari's got a little bit of the yips. When she has that serve, she shakes her head and just aren't particularly close. Tessier, Jones finds the corner. Amaya Jones, kill number 7. Hawks up 15-8. Lopez in for Zuloff. Anna Banjo back to serve. Toyosi, good flat serve. Ball's off the net. Hayworth platforms it. Rolled over. Dug by Hinkle. Tessier outside. Urquhart off the block. Finds the floor. Colheed didn't know where it was. Hayworth did, but couldn't get around her. New one coming in for Indiana. That's going to be Daphne, as she'll check in for Gosnell. Banjo to serve again. Floats that one over. That's a beautiful serve. Dropped it right in the donut. I heard Emily Iman on a broadcast the other night call that the campfire. That was a perfect spot there. Second ace from the Hawks, 17-8. Toyosi again. Goes flat this time. Good pass this time. Behind her on Colheed. Past the tip. Hinkle gets there. Tessier platforms it to Urquhart. Big swing. Dug by Sarame. Hayworth. Good save. Jones. Tessier just down balls it. That ball's tight. Jones is going to go up and get it. Got it! Hawks win the scramble. Amaya has 8. Hawks up 18-8. Four in a row from the Hawks. Anna Banjo to serve again. Another good one. Lopez. Ball has to get free balled over. Dennis. Tessier. Jones slaps it through. Ball's touched. 19-8. That ball was in. Timeout, Coach Aird. Hawks in charge here in set 2. Timeout, Indiana. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. The 15-second whistle to bring the teams back. Hawks on a 5-0 scoring run, lead set 2, 19-8. Indiana took the first, 27-25, as they fought off 3 set points. Hawks limiting Indiana. Indiana has just 3 kills, hitting 0 on the set. Meanwhile, the Hawkeyes have 14 kills, hitting 500. Anna Banjo to serve. Toyosi floats that one into the tape. 19-9. Couple subs coming from the Hawks. Ortega and Black will check in. That's Daphne to serve. She's right in the 6th spot, right in the middle of the floor. Another big high jump server. And it's a beauty, catches the back line. Hawks all argue they're going to challenge right away. But then he decides not to. Daphne with the ace serve, 19-10. Big high toss again, chases it forward, fires it, sails that one long. 20-10 now. Vanderwide checks back in. Urquhart to serve for the Hawks. Good flat serve there. She beats Lopez. As Lopez is aced up. 21-20. I'm sorry, 21-10. Urquhart again. Pass off the net. Hayworth has to chase it down. Rolled over. Hinkle. Ortega. Outside Vanderwide. High off the block. Good play by Hayworth. Hawks get that ball up. Jones is going to get a swing. tries to do probably a little too much with it. As Alonzo Corsellis put a good ball there. Hawks were able to dig it up, but Jones hits it wide, 21-11. Colheed to serve. Saris back in the front row for Indiana. Colheed right down the line. Urquhart, good pass to Ortega. Outside Vanderwood tips. Dug up by Hayworth. Lopez. Off the block. Urquhart gets it. Ortega. Jones. Good dig there. I'm sorry, that's Corsellis chases it down. Ball's down, ball over. Hinkle. Tight to Ortega. Jones goes right over and scores. Alonzo Corsellis got hands on it. Hayworth blocking out of the middle. Hawks able to take advantage of it, 22-11. Jones now has 10. Good serve there. Lopez, bad pass. Hayworth platformed over. Urquhart takes it. Black goes down the line and scores. Good pass from Ortega. Gives Black the swing. Goes right down the line on the right pin. It's 23-11. Jones again. Good flat serve. Lopez can't handle that one. Another ace serve. Hawkeyes had a couple chances to close out the first set. They've got a whole lot more here to close out the second. 24-11. Jones will try to finish it. Drops it at Lopez again. Hayworth behind her. Alonzo Corsellis. Too hot for Urquhart to handle. 24-12. Lopez goes out. Zuloff comes back in. Hayworth back to serve. Big left-handed jump serve. Good drop ball there. That's a beauty. Another ace serve. 4 for Indiana. Hayworth's got 2 now. Big high toss. Fires it again. Better pass this time. Ortega behind her. Has to tip. Cerame gets it. Flapped over to the Hawks. Urquhart behind her again to Black. Scores! Hawks close it out this time. 25-23. Iowa takes the second, and we're tied at 1 set apiece. Indiana gets the first, 27-25. Hawks get the second, 25-23. We'll have the extended halftime break here as we'll head to the third, tied at 1. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball Extreme Arena. I'm John Evans. Tied at 1 set apiece. Indiana took set 1, 27-25. Hawks rolled to a 25-13 set 2 win as the Hawks hit .438 with 17 kills in the second set. Indiana had just 4. Maddie Saris still has 11 kills, leads everybody, hitting .526. Amaya Jones leads the Hawks. She has 10 kills on 20 swings, hitting .400 for the Hawks. As a team, Hawks hitting .364. Indiana hitting .234. Again, when these two teams met on September 28th, Indiana hit .308 and the Hawkeyes hit .078. Hoosiers having to do it though today without Morgan Geddes, who had 12 kills in that match, hit .391. 12 kills, 4 blocks. She was a little bit of a do everything. And we'll get ready to start now a best of 3. Addie Saris back to serve for Indiana. She'll get our third set started. Fires it at Hinkle. Tessier. Urquhart chops it over Sarame. Good dig. Hayworth back row. Saris. Dennis takes it. Urquhart, big swing, dug by Sarame again. Hayworth. Saris again, tips this one. Hawks. Tessier with a good diving play, ricocheted off of Urquhart's body, and the rest of the Hawks just kind of hung around and watched. Indiana leads 1-0. Saris' 12th kill now. Sarame with 11 digs already. Saris to serve. Good flat serve. And the Hawks, it was good seam serve right in between Hinkle and Urquhart. Neither one took charge of it. Urquhart stuffs a hand at it. Hinkle just kind of waved at it. 2-0 Indiana on top here early. Hinkle ducks, ball catches the back line. 3-0. Back-to-back aces from Saris. Not really serving hard, just well placed. Off the tape, Urquhart. Tessier one-hands it to McSweeney, who gets the kill. Hawks are on the board here in set 3. Hinkle, good flat serve, bad pass. Hayworth has to roll it over. Hinkle gets it. Tessier behind her on a banjo, has to chop it. Oh, finds the line. Zuloff was creeping up. Ball goes behind her. On a banjo steals one there. Kill number 6 for her. Hinkle. Good pass this time. Middle attack coming. Blocked. Urquhart gets it up in the air. Jones gets Urquhart a swing. Off the block. On the Indiana side. Hawks 3 in a row on their own. Steal a point there again. Tied at 3. A little wet spot cleanup. It's Urquhart's 5th kill. Hinkle to serve. Floats that one, catches the tape, falls back onto the Hawkeye side. (4-3) Indiana back on top. Zuloff to serve. Fires that one over. Hinkle diving play. Tessier. Actually, Hawkeyes have to free ball it over. Tessier slow to get up. Hinkle digs it. On a banjo, uses hands and doubles. He's let a lot of those go, but that one was pretty obvious, 5-3. Tried to float that one over and make the middle take it. That goes as an error. Hawks back to within one, 5-4. On a banjo to serve. Sails it, would have sailed it long. Sarah steps in front though. Big swing, dug by Hinkle. Dennis chases it down. On a banjo, platforms it over. Hawks still in business. Hayworth outside. Gosnell wide. Hawks win the point. Indiana should be soccer players because they celebrate every point like they won it no matter what. Tied at 5 here. On a banjo, goes cross. Bad pass from Saris there. Hawks take their first lead, 6-5. I suppose the referee won't buy it if you don't try to sell it. On a banjo's second ace of the day. She goes to the same spot. Lopez steps in, takes this one. Hayworth tries to dunk it, but Urquhart's there. Back behind. Roll shot on a banjo with a dig. Tessier outside to Urquhart. Big swing, block right back. That's Colheed and Hayworth. Tied at 6. So Fitzner's in to serve now. Floats it over, good serve. Urquhart, Ortega dumps it, finds the hole. Bailey takes advantage of being the sneaky short setter, goes up with 2 hands, just drops it over, even though she's back row. 7-6, Hawks on top. Urquhart will serve. Good serve there. One hand set behind. That ball's going to come into the bench. Kill for Colheed. She struggled today, but that's her third. She'll go back to serve now. Colheed spins it, fires it. Urquhart, good pass to Ortega. Goes outside to Vanderwide. Dug up that time. Ball goes out. Vanderwide gets the dig. Ortega chases it down. Back row from Urquhart. Good dig. Hayworth catches the Hawks off guard, but the Hawks are able to platform it over. Barely. Outside. Ball goes long, but it's touched. Alonzo Corsellis with the kill. 8-7 Indiana. Colheed again. Goes at Urquhart. Good pass to Ortega. Jones. There you go. Kind of wanted to see that one the play before. Jones has got 11. Tied at 8. Amaya serves it in the net. Nine service errors now for each team. Hayworth to the back row, and she'll serve. Big left-handed jump serve coming this time. It's a beauty. Vanderwide. Ortega behind her to Black. Hitting air from Black. 10-8. Indiana on top. Big toss. Urquhart, good pass. Ortega, McSweeney off the block, scores. Hawks have to take advantage of that. When you get a good pass, Indiana's trying to block one-on-one. McSweeney's going to beat Zuloff 8 times out of 10. Dill's got 5 kills now. Tessier to serve. Saris, Hayworth, blocked back on the Indiana side. Sarame, Saris rolls. Tessier, back row from Urquhart, blocked. That's one Zuloff can handle, and she sends it back, 11-9. Indiana leads. Alonzo Corsellis to serve. Hinkle kind of ate her up. Tessier, good platform on a banjo, has to roll, but it's a beauty. McSweeney finds the corner. Indiana probably got away with a lift. McSweeney made sure it didn't matter. As her 6th kill found the corner. Indiana still by 1, 11-10. Dennis checks in for Vanderwide. And the freshman from Clarence, Iowa to serve. Right side coming from Saris, chops it over to Tessier. Hinkle platforms it behind her to Urquhart. Big swing. Scores it off Sarame. Tied at 11. Urquhart up to 6 now, and she's had to work for him on 19 swings. Dennis with a good serve. Saris, good pass. Hayworth outside. Long. No touch called. Indiana begging for it. Coach Aird believes it. He'll call for the challenge. Challenge coming for a touch. If it stands, Hawks lead 12-11 on the hitting error from Gosnell. Let's see how we go here. Amaya Jones hitting 350, or I'm sorry, the team hitting 353 here in the 3rd set. Hawks with 8 kills. Indiana just 3 kills in the set. And Hawks creating some havoc on their own. Couple ace serves for the set from Indiana. Maddie Saris still leads, 12 kills. Gosnell has 5. Question is, will she have 6? Amaya Jones leads the Hawks. She has 11 on a banjo with 6. McSweeney with 6. Urquhart with 6. Vanderwide has 5. So again, you're seeing that Hawkeye offense spread around to a lot of different people. Getting good action all around. Tessier's got 14 assists. Bailey Ortega has 13. Cameron Hayworth has 21 for the Hoosiers. 12 digs for Mari Hinkle. 12 for Paula Sarame. So Libero's duking it out. Cameron Hayworth also has 5 digs for the Hoosiers. 6 for Tessier, 5 for Dennis, 6 for Urquhart. Hawks lead 37-33 in that category. Indiana leads 5 blocks to 1. As Ashley Zuloff's been involved in 4 of those blocks. 6 ace serves for Indiana, 2 for Maddie Saris, 2 for Cameron Hayworth. Talking about 2 different ways to get it as well. You've got Cameron Hayworth, the big high left-handed jump serve. Maddie Saris was just hitting seams, kind of putting it in place. So the way the challenges work now, 2 challenges for each team. If you're right, you keep it. So if Coach Aird is correct, he'll keep it. If not, he'll only have 1 left. If we go to a 5th set, he'll get another one. Again, I think this is the one where if it takes you this long to figure it out, then We should probably just be still playing volleyball. Looks like he is done. Didn't give the signal though. Side out to the Hawks. So Indiana will have one challenge left. Hawks lead now 12-11. Sydney Dennis back to serve. Dennis, good flat serve. Ball's tight, Hayworth outside. Gosnell's dug up on a banjo. Good platform, Dennis will platform it over. Sarame, Hayworth, right side, Saris. Misses long, no touch called again. That ball looked close to me. I might have been challenging that one. 13-11, Hawks 4 straight. Dennis, good flat serve. Sarame, good pass. Hayworth behind her. Saris blocked. On a banjo, Urquhart, 14-11, Hawks lead. Timeout, Indiana. Tied at 1 set apiece. Iowa scored 5 straight here in the third. We'll take a break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. 14-11, Hawks on a little bit of a run here in set 3 to take the lead. 5 straight. We were just talking about the challenges. It looked like you get the touch challenge, the Saris ball that might have caught the back line, but you can't really challenge back-to-back plays now, only having 2 challenges left. You lost the first one, can't risk losing the second one. Dennis to serve. Good pass this time. Hayworth outside. Tipped by Gosnell, hits the antenna. Hawks get another, 15-11. Dennis again, this time tries to float it, catches the 2 spot. Behind Saris, right-hand roll. Hinkle. Urquhart rolls it over, dug up. Behind her to Saris. Big swing coming. That finds a seam and gets through. Saris has got 13 now. Run stops at 6. It's 15-12. Saris to the back row. She'll serve now. Again, she's been good finding seams here. Jogs it, pounds it forward. Hinkle, good pass. Tessier behind her. Lana Banjo misses wide though. Boy, again, you got Toyosi on. Let's see. Gosnell's listed at 5'11". You need Toyosi to win that battle. 15-13. Saris again, deep breath. Jogs forward. Fires a flat one. Hinkle, Tessier, McSweeney. Dill's got 7. 16-13 Hawks. Hinkle to serve. Floats that one over, goes to the 5 spot. Good pass. Slide coming to Colheed off the block, scores. Colheed hasn't had tons of success with that play, but I've seen her run that through the years. She's really, really good at that. 16-14, Zuloff floats it over. Dennis runs up to take it. Tessier, Jones AJ's got 12, middle attack working just fine there. Good ball from Tessier. Good quick right on top of the net. 17-14. Lopez back in. On a banjo in the one spot. Goes cross. Saris takes it. Hayworth behind her. Slide. Anabanjo digs it back onto the Indiana side. Lopez. Hayworth blocked, but goes out of bounds. Jones was ready for it. Hayworth's second kill. Fitzner will check back in. And Fitzner will serve. 17-15, Hawks lead here in the third. Fitzner fires it into the net. 18-15, Hawks on top. Gosnell checks back in for Fitzner, checks back out for Sarame. As again, the libero comes in for the Indiana outsides today. As Coach Aird's had to really piece together a lineup. Urquhart to serve. Good flat serve there. Hayworth platforms it behind her. Saris rolls it over. Ortega gets it. Black touches it. Jones swings. Blocked. Hinkle covers. Ortega behind her to Black. It's inside. Lopez gets the dig. Sarame behind her. Chop to Ortega. Hinkle platforms it behind her to Vanderwide. Sails it long. No touch. 18-16. Colheed back to serve. Fires a flat one at Urquhart. Ortega one-hands it behind her to Jones. Left hand. Jones, not sure who gets that one. They're going to call that off Hayworth. 19-16. I suppose you base it on the fact that it ended up on the Iowa side. Jones to serve. AJ, good flat serve. Ball's off the net. Hayworth chases it down. Saris behind her. Goes through the block and scores. 19-17. She's got 14. Saris had 20 a match against Maryland. The big jump serving Hayworth goes long again. Service error comes at a good time for the Hawks. 20-17, Iowa on top. Coach Aird using the patented how many timeouts do I have delay technique. Yeah, Saris had 20 against Maryland on September 25th. Tessier to serve. Good pass from Saris. Outside to her. Blocked this time though. Anabanjo gets her. It's 21-17 Hawks lead. Coach Aird stands up. This time he'll use the timeout. We'll take it. 21-17 Hawks lead the third. Tied at one set apiece. You are listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans. Hawks lead set 3, 21-17. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Take a closer look and you'll discover the many connections you have to corn. And those connections translate into wins for farmers and wins for all Iowans. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin. 21-17. Hawks have stretched the lead a little bit here in the third set. Indiana took the first, 27-25. Iowa cruised to a 25-13 second set win. Lily Tessier will be back to serve for the Hawkeyes. the Fort Myers, Florida native. Comes forward, fires it. Good pass there, right side coming, punched over, stays on the Indiana side. Hayworth behind her again, punched over, stays on the Indiana side. Hayworth again, Saris tips, Tessier takes it, Hinkle, Tanabanjo. She's blocked, boy. The block was set up, that was Zuloff and Saris. Zuloff, who's a little bit of an undersized middle, but boy, she's been a blocking machine. She's got 5 now. It's 21-18. Hinkle, good pass to Tessier. McSweeney, ball was low. We're in a mad scramble here. Indiana deserved that point 6 or 7 different ways. My guess is Coach Aird would have had a challenge card up over and over on that one, 21-19, and he would have won it probably 2 or 3 different times. Alonzo Corsellis, Urquhart, overpass. Saris out of the middle gets it. 3 quick points for Indiana. It's 21-20. Timeout Hawkeyes. 21-20, Hawks still lead, but we'll take a break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. 3 straight points, 3 quick points, ripped off by Indiana. It's got them back in the 3rd set. Still trail 21-20 as we're tied at 1 set apiece. Maddie Saris, back-to-back kills. She has 16 now, 10 in the 1st set. And she's hitting .324. Couple service aces, a dig, and 3 blocks. She's had herself quite an afternoon. Amaya Jones leads for the Hawks. Maya's got an assist, an ace, a dig, and a block to fill out those 13 kills. Hawks down to hitting .222 now here in the 3rd, holding Indiana to .088. But Alonzo Corsellis to serve again. Floats that one over. Hinkle, better pass to Tessier. Gives a good ball to McSweeney that time, and Dill gets the kill. Delaney's got 8, 21 kills now out of the Hawkeye middles. And Dennis will come in to serve for the Hawks. Hawks led set 1, couldn't close it out. Behind to Saris. Sails that long, touch called. Saris has 17. She'll go back to the service line. Saris has been really good here, serving seams. See what she does this time. Off the tape, ace serve. That's her 3rd, 22 all. As she gets a friendly tape. Timeout, Coach Barnes. Tied at 22 here in set 3. We'll come back. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. I'm John Evans here in Extreme Arena, tied at 1 set apiece. tied at 22 in set 3. We'll go with the Captain Obvious understatement. These next, whoever wins this race to 3, be in seriously good shape. Hawks hitting .326 for the match, holding Indiana to 190. But 7 ace serves and 7 blocks have been enough for Indiana to even the ledger. Saris to serve again. 3 ace serves today from Maddie. Takes a deep breath, comes forward, fires it. Hinkle, bad pass. Dennis chases it down, gives the ball to Urquhart. She actually gets a swing at it. Ball comes outside, and that'll give Indiana the lead. Give that kill to Zuloff, just her second kill, but it's 23-22 Indiana. It's really a simple game. It's all to this first pass. Can you receive the serve? Saris checks out her spot, runs it forward. Goes at Hinkle again, another bad pass. Dennis platforms it, Urquhart. Sarame, it's off the net. Hayworth outside, Zuloff again rolls it. Dennis with a good dig. Tessier, McSweeney has to tip because the ball was low. Sarame's tight, tipped over. Hawks can't get there. Couple set points coming for Indiana. 4 straight points for the Hoosiers. They lead 24-22. Saris to try to close it out for the Hoosiers. Hinkle, better pass Tessier. McSweeney, blocked. That'll do it. Colheed gets the block, 25-22. Indiana wins the third. They now lead 2-1. We'll take a break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. I'm John Evans. Indiana takes set 3 to take a 2-1 lead now. Indiana took set 1, 27-25. Iowa rolled through set 2, 25-13. But Indiana bounces back, wins set 3, 25-22. And here we are now with a 2-1 lead for the Hoosiers. Amaya Jones, 14 kills, hitting .480 for the Hawks. Delaney McSweeney with 8 kills, hitting .400. Maddie Saris leads everyone, 17 kills, 5 errors, hitting .343. Hawks have slowed her down just a little bit after a ridiculous first set. We'll see if the Hawkeyes have an answer here and dig in with one more response. 14 kills for Jones, 8 for McSweeney, 6 for Anabanjo, 6 for Urquhart, 5 for Vanderwide. Give Black 3. 17 assists from Lily Tessier, 14 from Bailey Ortega. 28 assists for Cameron Hayworth. She's run a good offense for the Hoosiers with really limited weapons, but she's done a nice job spreading it around and getting it to Saris as often as she can. Indiana 7 ace serves. Hawks just 4. 14 digs for Hinkle, 14 digs for Sarami. 8 blocks for the Hoosiers to just 3 for the Hawks. Dennis will serve, she'll start the 4th set. Good serve, Hayworth behind her. Ball sails long, no touch. Hitting error, Alonzo Corsellis. Her first. Hawks have the early lead. Dennis again, good flat serve, good pass. Hayworth goes right back, dug by Tessier. Hinkle platforms it on Anabanjo. Off the block and scores. Toy's got 7 now. Dennis again. Good flat serve. Sarah steps in and takes it. Hayworth right back out to her. Rolls it, block. Anabanjo and McSweeney block Saris. 3 quick points for the Hawks, and they lead. Dennis again. Sarame steps in and takes it off the net. Back outside, Saris. Hinkle's there, but couldn't make the play. Saris has 19 now. Again, career high is 20. Hayworth, big high toss. Lefty fires it over. Took something off that one. Hinkle, Tessier behind her to McSweeney. Kill. Wasn't a perfect connection as McSweeney ran behind Tessier. But when you're 6'7", you got a little bit more room for error. 4-1 Hawks. Hinkle. Saris. Back outside to Saris. Tips it over. Urquhart takes it. Not sure what. Saris hammers it home.
Outside the pin. I got you. I understand the game. Take your time, Candy. Here we go.
They wanted to call. A lot of the bench was in an uproar. Coach Eric gets the I understand the game. I love the reaction from him. Dennis, good pass to Tessier. Behind her, Anabanjo. Blocked. Covered by Hinkle. Tessier. Urquhart tips. Uses Zuloff. Hayworth. Tipped. Dennis one hand. Jones tips it over and scores. Amaya Jones with 15. Anabanjo to serve. Hawks up 5-2 here in the 4th. Sarame eating up. Good ball though. Hinkle. Tessier dunks it. Sarame another good play. One hand by Gosnell. Hayworth platforms it over. Hinkle. Tessier. Urquhart. Blocked one-on-one by Saris. Good play there. Saris, sorry. Maddie Saris is just I can do a little bit of anything. Just a sophomore. She's back to serve. 5-3. Hawks still on top here in the 4th. Saris comes forward, fires it over. Good flat serve. Dennis, great pass to Ortega. Jones. Alonzo Corsellis just kind of held her platform in a place and said, please hit it because I'm not about to go for this ball. Jones has 16 now. Saris is tied a career high with 20 kills. Jones is one away with 16. Urquhart, good serve into the one spot. Saris, bad pass. Back row, tip. I don't think that ball ever got over the net. I don't know whether Hawks will take a block, but it doesn't really matter. Saris with the error, 7-3 Hawks lead. Urquhart again. Goes down to the one spot. Another so-so pass from Saris. Big swing from Gosnell, scores. Goes high hands off the block, 7-4 now, her 7th kill. Zuloff back to serve. Fires it at Urquhart. Ortega outside to Vanderwide, dug by Sarame. Gosnell chases it down. Rolled over. Ortega outside, Vanderwide again. Net call. Hayworth called in the net. Vanderwide's got 6 now. Hawks lead 8-4. Lopez checks back in. Jones to serve for the Hawks. Right down the line, Lopez. McSweeney. Dug by Ortega. Urquhart. Black. Saris can't make the dig. Lopez tried to chase it down. Audrey Black's got 4 now. Hawks lead 9-4. Jones has picked on Lopez. They're going to cover her up now. Saris Gosnell. Oh, good drop spot. That ball's tight. Hayworth pushes it behind her on the slide. Sails long, sails out of bounds. No touch called. 10-4 Hawks lead. Coach Aird will call timeout. Hawks on a little run. We'll take timeout. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Hawks out fast here in set 4, lead 10-4. Do trail the match 2-1. They'll be looking to force their second straight 5-set match. Again, Hawks 6 kills on 10 swings here, hitting .500 in the early going of set 4, holding Indiana to negative .077. Maddie Saris filling the stat sheet, ties a career high with 20 kills, hitting .310, 3 ace serves, a couple digs, and 4 blocks. She has been outstanding. Amaya Jones, trying to be her equal, has 16 kills. And Jones will serve, floats it, Saris steps in, takes it. Hayworth outside, Gosnell gets the block, or gets the kill as Black and McSweeney block it on the Hawkeye side, 10-5. Gosnell's got 8. Fitzner comes in, she'll serve. Fires it over, good drop serve there. Ortega, McSweeney off the block. McSweeney one-hands it up, outside to Vanderwide off the block. McSweeney, Ortega behind her to Black. Finds the back line. Audrey Black, off foot, off speed, catches the back line. 11-5 Hawks lead. Gosnell comes back in for Fitzner. Sarami comes back in for Gosnell. Tessier to serve. Lily right down the line. Sarah steps in, takes it. Hayworth behind her to Colheed on the slide. That's a beautifully run play. McSweeney was nowhere. That left Colheed on Vanderwide. Colheed wins 11-6. Colheed to serve now. Good serve. Urquhart, Tessier, Vanderwide from the right side, dug by Lopez. Hayworth chases it down. Miscommunication though. Urquhart uses hands. Tessier, McSweeney finds the floor. Colheed does a little hop step to get away from it. Dill's got 10. It's 12-6. Dennis checks in. Vanderwide goes out. Good flat serve. Sarame steps in, takes it. Hayworth outside. Saris, dug by Hinkle. Tessier, Urquhart rolls it off the block. Gosnell outside. Saris, dug this time, back on the Indiana side. Gosnell tips it. Urquhart. Hinkle gets the ball up. Tipped over by Tessier. Good play. Hayworth. Oh, she's blocked. Tried to go up with her weak right hand. She was blocked by Urquhart and McSweeney. 13-6. Do love how aggressive she is, though. She'll swing hard. She goes right after it. Dennis, good serve to Saris. Hayworth, outside Saris. Dug back onto the Indiana side. Hayworth, Saris. Dug up. Hinkle chases it down. Urquhart over her shoulder, rolls it. Gosnell, tight. McSweeney wins the joust. 14-6. I'll take McSweeney over Hayworth on a joust at the net all day long. 6-7 on 5-10. I know low leverage wins a lot of those, but not in this case. 14-6. Dennis to serve. Off the tape. Ace serve. Hawks catch a break. 15-6. Dennis again. Floats that one over. Gosnell, good pass to Hayworth. Behind her. Dennis with another good dig. Tessier, McSweeney, dug by Sarame. Hayworth, good ball. Tessier, that ball was outside the antenna. Daphne hits it outside the antenna. 16-6, Hawks lead. Coach Aird will use his second timeout with the Hawks firmly in charge of set 4. Indiana leads 2-1. Hawks lead 16-6 in set 4. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. Hey, Hawk fans, Oak Knoll is presently hiring full-time and part-time cooks to work in one of their 4 dining venues. Their cook shift ends at 8 p.m., meaning no late nights and more time with friends and family. They work with fresh foods and they show off your creativity. Does having paid time off and benefits sound good to you? Learn more. Go to oakknoll.com/join our team. Go Hawks. 16-6. Hawks here in charge in set 4. Amaya Jones, 16 kills. Delaney McSweeney, 11. Gives 7 to Toyosi, 6 to Urquhart, 6 to Vanderwide, and 5 to Black. And the Hawks have had a nicely balanced attack. Hitting .421 in this set. Dennis to serve again. Sid, good flat serve. Gosnell off the net. Hayworth behind her. Ball goes wide. Alonzo Corsellis misses on the wide. 17-6.
Right there, right there. Pansy 2 ball.
Dennis again. Good flat serve. Bad pass. Sarame, good hustle. Platformed over by Gosnell. That's a good ball. Dennis, Tessier, McSweeney. That ball's down. 18-6. McSweeney with 12. Dennis again. Sid, good fire forward. Gosnell off the net. Hayworth outside, tipped over. Urquhart one-hands it. Alonzo Corsellis was on top of the net. She pats it right back over, 18-7. 7-0 run for the Hawkeyes. Ends with the Alonzo Corsellis kill, her 5th.
Kenzie, go right. Kenzie, go right.
Hayworth to serve. Big high toss, left-handed swing. Dennis off the net. Tessier, Urquhart chops it down the line. Good ball. Hayworth chesses it down. Oh, big block on a banjo, and McSweeney send it back on Alonzo Corsellis, 19-7. Hinkle to serve. Good flat one there. Bad pass from Daphne. She'll platform it over. Hinkle. Middle to Jones. Dug by Sarame. Good ball there. Hayworth outside Daphne. Off the block scores. Coach Aird giving Saris a little bit of a break here. They're going to need her for the 5th set. Alonzo Corsellis to serve. Fires it over. Good ball. Tessier behind her on a banjo. Oh, dents the floor there. 20-8. Toys got 8. We had a stat correction on Saris. Saris with 19 kills now, so she's still 1 off her career high. On a banjo to serve. Good flat one. Sarame, good ball. Hayworth behind her. Daphne off the block, covered. Hayworth back outside, has to tip it. Didn't get it over. Gosnell missed with the tip. 21-8 on the hitting error. On a banjo again. Good flat serve again. Good pass this time. Outside, Gosnell off the block, scores. She's got 9. Hawks lead 21-9. Daphne, she's had a big jump serve the last set. Good one. Urquhart, great pass. Ortega, Jones. Amaya Jones finishes it off. 17 kills for her. Ties Jones's career high that she set against Wright State and Purdue this year. Urquhart, good flat serve, overpass. Ortega has to use it. Hinkle backs up. Vanderwide chases the tape, stays on the Hawkeye side, 22-10. Just the second hitting error for Addie. Zuloff tried to float one into the 2 spot. Misses short. 12th service error of the afternoon for Indiana. 23-10, Hawkeyes lead. Lopez checks back in. Jones to the service line. Off the tape, Sarame, good play. Hayworth, slide, Colheed. Pounds it through McSweeney and Vanderwide. Colheed's got 6, 23-11. Fitzner back into serve. Fitzner over in the 1 spot. Fires it across. 8 up Vanderwide. Hinkle platforms it back to Vanderwide. Rolls it over, dug up by Sarame. Hayworth outside. Dug up. Vanderwide. Dug, covered by Hinkle. Ortega, McSweeney. Dug by Fitzner. Hayworth pushes it outside. Finally called for a double contact. 24-11. Gosnell comes back in. Fitzner goes out. Hawks make a couple changes. including Tessier coming in now. She'll try to serve for the set. Hawks lead 24-11. This has been a weird match. The two close sets have gone to Indiana. The two blowouts have gone to Iowa. Tessier, good serve. Gosnell steps in. Hayworth behind her to Colheed. Blocked back on the Indiana side. McSweeney can't quite get it. Tessier outside. Vanderwide finds a hole. Set 4 goes to the Hawks. We are tied at 2 sets apiece. Hawks take set 4, 25-11. As we'll have the coin flip. Indiana's going to stay on the side they're on. Hawkeyes are going to receive the serve. And we are tied at 2 sets apiece. We'll take a short break. I'm John Evans. We've got a good one here. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena. I'm John Evans. Race to 15 here in the 5th set as we're tied at 2 sets apiece. Indiana took the first, 27-25. Iowa put the hammer down in set 2, won it 25-13. Indiana came from behind late, won the 3rd set 25-22. And Iowa again put the hammer down in the 4th set, winning 25-11. You look at the stats, every stat on the board says we should be going home with a Hawkeye winner. But instead, we're going to play 5 and have some good time here. Maddie Saris, 19 kills. She leads everybody. Bray Gosnell's got 9. Cameron Hayworth, 36 assists for the Hoosiers. And Paula Sarame, 18 digs for the Hawkeyes. Amaya Jones, 16 kills. Delaney McSweeney, 13. 23 assists for Lily Tessier, 18 for Bailey Ortega. 15 digs from Mari Hinkle, 10 from Sydney Dennis, 10 from Michelle Urquhart. Maddie Saris will serve to start us off here in the 5th. She has 3 ace serves. She's been really good at the line. Again, hasn't served hard, but has served good seams and made it hard for the Hawkeye receivers to communicate. See what she does here. Deep breath, runs it forward, fires it over. Good pass, Tessier McSweeney. Dug by Sarame. Hayworth pushed it outside. Gosnell chops it into a great spot. Gosnell chopped it all the way across into the 4 spot. She's got 10 kills now. Saris to serve again. Deep breath, rolls it forward. Fires that one long, tied at 1. She'd been just floating it into the donut. Been working out nicely for her. Tried to get a little extra oomph on that one. See what the Hawks can do here. Hinkle. Good flat serve. Gosnell, bad pass. Hayworth behind her. Zuloff. Sails it long, no touch. Indiana bench telling Coach Aird he's got 2 challenges now as he got the second one back. Hawks lead 2-1. Hinkle to serve. Good flat serve there. Drops in front of Sarame. Hayworth outside. Gosnell's blocked. Falls out of bounds. Tied at 2. Fitzner checks in for Zuloff. After she runs through and high fives everybody, she'll go back to serve. Urquhart, good pass. Tessier behind her, Lana Banjo. Right on the line and scores. Toyosi's got 9. Hawks lead 3-2. Lopez in for Fitzner. Lana Banjo to serve. Hawks up 3-2 here in the 5th. Toy, good flat serve. Saris, good pass. Hayworth behind her to Colheed. Lana Banjo can't make the dig. Tied at 3. Colheed with the dig. I'm sorry, Colheed with the kill. Sarame to serve. See if they go back to her jump serve. If she sticks with the float. Sticks to the float. Hinkle, bad pass. Ortega chases it down. Black, blocked on the Hawkeye side. Hawkeyes can't quite get that up in the air though. 4-3 Indiana leads. Sarame again. Runs it forward. Good float there. Hinkle. Jones. Misses wide. 5-3 Indiana by 2. Can feel the tension here. Hawks looking for their first win in Big Ten play. Sarame. Hinkle, bad pass. Ortega chases it down. Black. Good play there. Saris, though, way off the net. Hayworth outside. Dennis gets the ball up in the air. Hinkle platforms it. Black gets the kill. That was huge. Audrey Black, good swing. Ball coming over her shoulder. Tough play there. Indiana leads 5-4. Urquhart to serve. Ball's off the net. Hayworth chases it down. Tip. Vanderwide. Ortega. Jones off the block and scores. Tied at 5. Hawks get a couple in a row. Urquhart serving again. Into the net. 6-5 Indiana on top. Colheed back to serve now. Good flat serve. Hinkle, good pass. Ortega, Jones. She gets the kill. Amaya's got a career high now. She goes back to serve. We're tied at 6. Good serve. Ace serve. Gosnell can't handle it. Hawks lead 7-6. AJ fires it. Saris overpass. McSweeney goes up, gets it, kill! 8-6, Hawkeyes lead. We'll switch sides. Hawkeyes on top, 8-6 here in the 5th set. AJ still on the service line. We're back to the spots. The teams on the far end have won every rotation. Hawks will have to break that. AJ, good serve. Outside, tipped over. Vanderwide chases it down. Ortega gets Urquhart a swing. Dug by Sarame. Outside, Saris tips again. Urquhart gets it. Ortega. McSweeney tips. Dug by Lopez. Outside, Saris. Ooh, Urquhart didn't look ready. 8-7, Hawks still lead. Big server here. Hayworth has been really, really good at the service line. The big left-handed jump serve. Here it comes. Big high toss. Fires. Good play by Hinkle. Ortega. McSweeney punches that out. We're tied at 8. It's a tough ball to set the middle. Hayworth, another big high toss. Urquhart, good pass. Ortega, behind her to Black. Not sure what happened there. 9-8, as Black just basically whiffed at that one. And we'll take a timeout. That's the one you want to see go to McSweeney because it was a perfect ball right to the spot. 9-8, Indiana on top. We'll take a break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Hawkeye Volleyball. I'm John Evans. Iowa Volleyball is brought to you by University of Iowa Sports Medicine, offering sports injury prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation to athletes of all ages and skill levels. University of Iowa Sports Medicine, team physicians of your Iowa Hawks. Indiana back on top, 9-8 here in set 5. Hawkeyes a couple self-inflicted wounds here. And Cameron Hayworth, strong left-handed jump server. Hawks are going to have to deal with this. Good pass last time, but couldn't get the side out. Hayworth gets the go-ahead. Slaps it down a couple times. Big high toss. Urquhart, good pass. Ortega, McSweeney. That was the idea. Perfect pass to Ortega. McSweeney goes up and gets it. We're tied at 9. That ties, one short of her career high. Tessier to serve, tied at 9. Good serve there, stepped in, ball goes outside. Blocked! Anabanjo and McSweeney block Saris. Hawks retake the lead, 10-9. Coach Aird calls timeout. Hawks with a couple in a row, now lead 10-9. Whew. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena. I'm John Evans. Hawks lead set 5, 10-9. This match kicks off a 4-match homestand for the Hawkeyes. Next weekend, Friday, Wisconsin comes to town, followed by Saturday night battle with Penn State. And then, if I'm doing my math right, that's next Wednesday. The following Wednesday, the 19th, Minnesota comes to town. Before the Hawks head on the road again. Tessier to serve. Good flat serve. That was a beauty. Right side attack. Blocked. That ball's up. Saris gets a swing and scores. What a play from Indiana. Wow, was that good. What a cover. I didn't see who it was. Based on the reaction of the team, that looks like Zuloff that made that cover. Unbelievable play. And Saris is able to finish it off. Tied at 10. Alonso Corsellis. Urquhart, good pass to Tessier. McSweeney finds the line and scores. (11-10), Hawks lead here in the 5th. Dennis now to serve. Good flat serve. Gosnell off the net. Goes behind her. Saris sails it long. No touch called. Coach Aird's got 2. He'll go ahead and use 1. No reason to not challenge it. You don't get to take them home with you. It's a crucial point. So you might as well make the move. As Coach Aird has 2 challenges left. He was incorrect on a challenge earlier, but now that we're in a 5th set, he gets that one back. Hawkeyes have not challenged anything yet today. Amaya Jones, 18 kills. That is her career high. Delaney McSweeney, 14, ties her career high. On the Hoosier side, Maddie Saris, 20 kills. That is her career high, or ties her career high. I'm gonna guess that Gray Gosnell, she has 12 kills. That's her career high. I'm sorry, now she has 11. Got a stat update there. We've had kind of a hard time with some of the stats today, but so she's got 11, tied a career high. She's a junior outside hitter from Charleston, South Carolina. Maddie Saris, the sophomore from Burlington, Ontario. Really good player, already one of the best all-around stat fillers in the Big Ten. And Amaya Jones just continuing her hot play. And she had 17 kills 2 weeks ago against Purdue here. Had 7 ace serves Wednesday night against Purdue. We've got our ruling. Call stands. Hawks lead 12-10. Coach Aird gets a little bit longer timeout as he gets the explanation. Dennis to serve. Freshman Clarence Isle comes over to the 1 spot, floats it across. Saris plays it. Hayworth back behind her to Saris. Blocked onto the Indiana side. Michelle Urquhart. Delaney McSweeney give the Hawks a 13-10 lead. Coach Aird calls timeout. Hawks have been here before. Can they close it? We'll take a break. You're listening to Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Welcome back to Extreme Arena. I believe I will have Coach Barnes post-match as well. As Hawks now lead the 5th set, 13-10. Hawkeyes have been in this position a couple times. Had 3 set points in the first set. Let it get away, lost 27-25. Led late in the 3rd set, and Indiana went on a big scoring run to finish it up. The Hawks will look to close it out. Dennis, good flat serve. Saris, good pass. Outside, Gosnell. Dennis can't handle it, 13-11. Saris back to serve. As Indiana switched their rotation just a touch here this time to play this 5th set. Saris to serve. She's been really good at the line. 13-11 Hawks lead. Fires it over. Urquhart overpass. Hayworth behind her. Goes wide. No touch called. Hawks will have match point. Unless, as Coach Aird will go to another challenge. Again, if you're Coach Aird, I'm not sure how you can trust any of your players on the court, because every time there's been a call, they've either called for the touch, they've called for it in, whatever was in their favor, they called for it. And so it's hard to look over there and say, hey, was it or wasn't it? And have any real conviction that they're giving you the straight scoop. In this case, though, I mean, there's no real harm in making the challenge. Again, you don't get to put it on the bus with you. And you don't get to fly home with it, so you might as well make the challenge here. As it stands, Hawkeyes on top 14-11 on the Zuloff hitting error. Hawks hitting .304 on the day. 18 from AJ, 14 from Dill, 9 from Toy, 7 from Vander Wide, 6 from Audrey Black, 6 from Michelle Urquhart. Maddie Saris leads everybody for the Hoosiers. She has 20. Gray Gosnell has 12. Savannah Colheed's got 7. Corsellis Alonso with 5. And Hayworth's been a little quiet as a setter. She's attacked 11 times, but only has 2 kills. Does have 41 assists, 2 aces, 4 digs, and 3 blocks. So Hayworth and Saris been a little bit of doing everything. Sarame with 20 digs. As we're going through, this is the last challenge, unless he wins. If Coach Aird is right, he gets the challenge back, and he would still have another one. If it happens to be overturned, it would be 13-12. We're taking our time here to make sure we get it. Good crowd here for Saturday afternoon. Coming in, the Hawkeyes play football tonight at 6:30. Let's go Hawks chant breaking out. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything here. He kind of shook his head. Call's going to stand. Hawkeyes lead 14-11. And Mari Hinkle will serve for the match. Saris is in the back row. That's the good news if you're a Hawk fan. Hinkle to serve. Goes straight over the tape. Ace serve, and the Hawks win it. Big Ten win number 1. As the Hawks win it 15-11 in the 5th set. We will have Coach Barnes here hopefully shortly. Get him to celebrate win number 1. Coach Barnes celebrating with his family there. Hawks get it done. Coach Barnes making a move to the locker room. Can't say as I blame him. We'll see though if we can get him out. We'll hang around. We're gonna wait just a couple minutes, see if we can get Coach Barnes to come out after this one. Hawks win it in 5. Drop the first 27-25. Drop the third 25-22. But win the second 25-13, the fourth 25-11, and the deciding 5th set 15-11. As Mari Hinkle aces her partner, Paula Sarame, to finish up the match, and the Hawks get Big Ten win number 1. Again, hopefully we'll get Coach Barnes here shortly. I know I was hoping we'd get him right away, but I don't blame him for wanting to chase into the locker room and celebrate with the team first. But we'll have some patience here and hang around and see if we can get him. Hawks outkilled Indiana 61-49 as the Hawks hit 304, held Indiana to 139. 7 ace serves for both teams. Indiana had 13 errors serving. Hawks had 9. 61 digs for the Hawks, 50 for Indiana. 10 blocks for the Hoosiers, 8 for the Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes, 2 in double-digit kills, 18 from Amaya Jones, 14 from Delaney McSweeney. Hoosiers had 2 in double digits, 20 from Maddie Saris, ties her career high. Gray Gosnell with 12 ties her, makes a new career high for her. The assist side, Lily Tessier with 24, Bailey Ortega with 21. Cameron Hayworth had 41 for the Hoosiers. 20 digs from Paula Sarame, the libero for the Hoosiers. 15 for Mari Hinkle, 11 for Sydney Dennis, 11 for Michelle Urquhart. Toss in 8 for Lily Tessier, and the Hawks were just all around balanced. 7 blocks for Delaney McSweeney. 4 for Toyosiana Banjo, 4 for Michelle Urquhart, 5 for Savannah Colheed for the Hoosiers, 4 for Ashley Zuloff, 4 for Maddie Saris. As again, Maddie stuffed the stat sheet. 20 kills, 3 ace serves, 3 digs, and 4 blocks. Hayworth had 2 kills, 41 assists, 2 aces, 4 digs, and 3 blocks. So a good all-around day for her. But the Hawks team effort, again, 6 players with 6 kills or more. I'm sure there's going to be some stat corrections. I know Bailey Ortega had a kill in there that she's not getting credit for. A couple digs as well. But overall, just a fantastic effort for the Hawkeyes as they get on the board. They've been so close. Dropped a tough 5-setter against Purdue Wednesday, the 5th-ranked team in the country who was unbeaten at home, and the Hawks gave them all they could handle. Went up to Minneapolis, took a set off another top-ranked team as the Hawkeye Big Ten schedule has been loaded. They played Indiana twice, but in addition to that, played Purdue twice, 5th-ranked team in the country, played Ohio State, the 6th-ranked team in the country, and played Minnesota, the 11th-ranked team in the country. So 4 top 11 teams and Indiana twice. And that's kind of what you get in the Big Ten, just murderer's row, game after game after game. Again, hopefully we'll get Coach Barnes here shortly. Love to talk to him after this one. As I mentioned, Hawks here now, first of 4 in a homestand. Wisconsin Friday night, 6 o'clock, followed by Penn State, 6 o'clock Saturday night. Then we're back here the following Wednesday, October 19th, against Minnesota, before heading on the road Friday night against Ohio State. And then one more home match against Maryland, and then it's a long road trip, four in a row on the road, before getting a little bit more spotty as we come home. Kind of the more normal matches on the way home. So see if we get Coach Barnes as we get the cleanup. A little Cool in the Gang Celebrate. I like the music choice. That's pretty good for appropriate occasion for this one. We get a Hawkeye winner. We get a Hawkeye winner for football tonight against Illinois. That'd be good. Coach Barnes strolling across here. Coach, I'd have waited an hour for you tonight. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I got you.
Well, first and most importantly, congratulations on Big Ten win number 1, Coach.
Well, thank you. I'm just, proud of the girls for really sticking together and keep fighting, because it's tough whenever you're improving but you're not getting the W, and I think we showed that we got a lot of fight.
So set 1, I didn't even really know how to describe it there in the match. The 2 tight sets you lost, the two blowout sets, I mean, you won easily and looked like the top 10 team that gave Purdue all they wanted. So
yeah.
Do you notice anything in those, or is it just kind of one of those where you just kind of want to knock on some heads and say, come on now?
Well, yeah, that's, and, we owned all 5 sets. Like, all 5 sets we were in control. We found a way to win 3 of them. But you're right, the close ones we had leads. And we lose a little focus and we stop executing our game plan. And the team gets on each other. Hey, remember what we're supposed to be doing. And when we go back to it and trust what we're supposed to do and everyone does their job, we start pulling away again. And so it's a process that these guys, I'm asking them to do things they've never done before and to play the game different than they've ever played before, and I'm trying to get them to trust that. And as you can see, we ran our middle just like I told you we would a ton, and it's tough for our setters to do that consistently, and I'm proud of them for pulling through.
32 kills from Amaya and Dill. Both of them, I think that's a new career high for Amaya, and I think Dill tied hers. So, and did it on 6 errors between the 2 of them. So,
right.
A pretty outstanding effort there. And to your point, it seemed like there were a couple times where you gave up the 3-0, 4-0, or 4-1 run. When you used a timeout, you came back out. You made that good pass. You went right back to whether it was Dill or AJ, and you got that middle attack and sided out and got out of it in most cases.
Right, and it wasn't rocket science. Our middles were singling them, and when that happens, I mean, if you're playing any sport, they're going to just one-on-one you there to use it, and they never adjusted their block. And I said it's just about us executing. We'll get a good pass, execute the set, and let them swing away. And they may stop us a couple of times, but our middles are hitting over 500. Keep setting it. And, we came through.
How hard is it when a team like Indy, I mean, what they did, they're battling some injuries, and so there were a lot of changes on, as a team to recognize where that blocker is, because there were a lot of times Hayworth, who's a smaller blocker, was blocking in the middle one-on-one.
Right. Yeah.
How hard is it as a team to recognize, hey, this is a matchup we really want, but then they move her over someplace else?
Yeah, and that's the thing with a lot going on there. We just made sure 2 people we knew for sure, number 4, wherever she was, and their setter, just because she's so active. And whatever else happens in there, just be ready. But those are their two catalysts. And then just do our part, do our execution, execute our offense. And I told them, look, when we played great defense and kept the ball off the floor, they made a lot of errors. When we let balls drop, that's what gave them energy in the 2 sets they came back. And so we just have to keep the ball off the floor no matter what, with that kind of mentality, and they'll break. And they did. They made the errors as we kept the ball alive.
And Hayworth was really good in Bloomington 10 days ago. I think she had 6 kills, but really had kind of a swagger to her that really just set the tone for their whole offense. And held her to 2 kills. She missed a couple swings early.
Yes.
And AJ tracked her really well on a couple of them where even if she didn't get the block, she was chasing her down. But Saris had 10 kills in the first set. Only ended up with 21 for the match. So,
and
after
she got a ton of sets. She's a great player.
Yes.
And with the setter too, we were doing a serving strategy that makes the setter a little more uncomfortable on hitting, and it worked too. As long as we, I don't want to give away my trade secrets, but
nope.
And it made it tougher for her to attack, and so that helped us there because she again gets them going. And I wish we played and finished out that first set, because we win that first set. I think we're out of here in 3 or 4 at the worst, but we're still learning.
Well, and it's always, we used to talk about it a lot during my daughter's club volleyball stuff. It's a lot more fun to learn when you win.
Yes, for sure.
And so I'm going to let you go. You got some celebrating to do, Coach, so congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Coach Jim Barnes of the victorious Iowa Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes take the match 3 sets to 2. Again, we'll be in action next Friday night as we're back here. The Hawkeyes take on Wisconsin. Appreciate you tuning in and listening to us. Go listen to a Hawkeye football game in a couple hours and see if they can bring home a winner from Champaign. That'll do it. Hawkeyes win in 5. I'm John Evans. Thanks a lot for listening. Have a great rest of your weekend.